Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com and YouTube. Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIK WM France deck G4, 5, 6, and the original G deck with Naros, Chris, and Hullabaloo. Take a look at this first pile. The big ones I'm not going to recognize are the G6 cards. So we've got Manure Shoveler. Manure Shoveler actually looks quite good. Getting 6 animals is doable. That's just 2 breeding pairs. Especially with a card like Village Druid in hand. Project Servant. If you have a built stable, pasture, 2 sown fields renovated to stone. At the end of the work phase in round 7, 9, 11, 13. That actually looks quite good too. Should be pretty doable. Synergizer. Plow and field, add 1 to the current space. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, this is the pick. That's a crazy good effect. Crazy good effect. Synergizer's effect is like Field Watchman, except it's on plow, so it's a more contested space, but it also can get vegetables, so I think they're comparable. Peace Worker, Sycophant, Resource Lender, Resource Seller, Stockman, Yeoman Farmer, Magician. I don't know who I should take. Maybe Resource Seller. Resource Seller plus Synergizer seems okay. First action takes Resource Seller. Second action plows. Do a lot of that. There is Stockman, and we have seen incentive to build stables, but I think with Synergizer I'm definitely going for early crops. Peace Worker, not really so good with Synergizer because I'm not going on the take 1 grain space. Yeah, I think Resource Seller is fine. And then this pick is, I like Farm School Graduate a lot. Stroller with Resource Seller is also great if you can plan it out properly. Glass Blower is actually excellent when you have reason to build ovens early. Meticulous Man, no, I don't think I need that. I think I will take Stroller. I would like to take Farm School Graduate, but I think Stroller is the pick. Wow, Grain Speculator is an excellent card. People underrate it so much. Also, Cactus Farmer. Cactus Farmer is good too. Old Hiker is excellent with Resource Seller. Grain Speculator, Cactus Farmer, Old Hiker. Between those 3. Not Grain Speculator, even though it's a great card because of Synergizer. Cactus Farmer or Old Hiker. I think I'm going to take Old Hiker. Old Hiker getting a read and getting the Resource Seller read I think is actually like such a strong play, and then getting that action back. Oh man. So Resource Collector, another card that's fantastic with Resource Seller. Project Servant. So this sown fields is going to be easy to do. The renovated to stone and the pasture will be the dicey ones, and the stable. I could just take Dentist. Dentist is a way to feed. Resource Seller, Stroller, Old Hiker. I should be able to get a good amount of resources. I need food. What I'm going to need is a lot of food. So I think Dentist is okay here. So what I can do, I don't need to go on I can do this. The offset doesn't really matter when it's on my opponent's farms. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately this, I looked on the add-on site and it looks like it's a known issue. And what they're saying is the add-on is working as expected, but there's some issue with the browser, like further up. So even though it's being hidden properly, it's still even though the toolbar is being hidden, it's still taking mouse coordinates as if it were there, which is causing the offset, which is a big pain. Resource lender, yeoman farmer, magician. I don't need sycophant. Resource lender is another early game card. I have plenty of those. I think yeoman farmer is a late game card that might be worth something. Like maybe I can go for max 5-room stone house, lots of stables, but kind of ignore animals. I could do something like that maybe. Something along those lines. I hope you guys are doing well. How can I rearrange this? Let's rearrange this so that it's more the way I want it to be. There we go. That's the information I want. Just rearranging my Twitch dashboard a little, make it easier to follow chat and stuff. Yeah, glassblower. Good use for all the extra resource seller stuff I'm gonna get. Ooh. We have an interesting combo here, Aquavit with Guest Room. Yeah, that's a combo. I mean, Cooking Corner plus getting vegetable from Synergizer. That would be a ton of clay. Although I think I want grain because the grain pays out faster and I can sow it faster. But I mean, Aquavit is a really exceptional card for this game. Yeah, it's hard to pass Guest Room, but I think with all the early game occupations I have, Aquavit is just like too perfect. That loan of 4 food is going to be really strong. Park Cemetery is interesting. Wooden Food, Overgrown Pond, that's okay. Self-pasture, free sheep, you can hold a boar or a cattle. That's kind of weird. Leftovers. After the feeding phase, 1 food from your supply to a farm-yard space within a pasture. Each is worth 1 point. Okay, that looks pretty good. So it's a bonus point card. I could think about something like Acreage, but with Synergizer, I don't need Acreage. Overgrown Pond, again, this gets me wood and food, which gets me stuff that I need, like Dentist really wants a bunch of wood early as well. Maybe I should take Overgrown Pond. Alright. Probiotic food, meadow, timetable. I like timetable. Nail basket. Nail basket's a great card. Stonecutter's Hall is fine, although I don't think I need it in this game. Although it might be useful. Definitely not Alms. Yeah, this is a hard one. There's a bunch of good cards here. Stonecutter's Hall plus Timetable is a pretty nice combination. Probably not getting both cards though. Nail Basket is a great card. Getting to fence as early as you can, like right away, so you can immediately start holding the animals is strong. I could do Stonecutter's Hall here. Resource Seller, Stroller, Old Hiker. Stonecutter's Hall plus Dentist would feed me the whole game. And then Synergizer, I wouldn't have to do so much feeding with Synergizer. Also, but I do have Glassblower as well. So yeah, I think I'd take Nail Basket. Use my stone that way. Refrigerator. Oh, I have to be in a wood hut, and then I would race up on renovation. Nah. Cattle market? Nah. Reed sale? No. Wild greens? Wild greens is something, but it's too little. I think the pick is grain market. So the nice thing about grain market is Synergizer just lets me do only grain early, and then grain market late will turn those grain into vegetables. Cooking Hearth came back. Probably this is Cooking Hearth. Although Stone Exchange is something. Stone Exchange is definitely something. Am I going to use Cooking Corner to feed? I might not even get a Cooking Hearth, is the problem. I might not get a Cooking Hearth. With Dentist plus Glassblower, I might not even build a Cooking Hearth. So let's grab Stone Exchange here. Park Cemetery. I have excellent reason to go on the plow and field space. Looks good. It is a weird game. I have a bunch. My occupations are giving me. I have two types of, basically, three different types of occupations. Occupations that let me get food. Occupations that let me turn building resource. Sorry, not food. Occupations that get me building resources. Resource seller, stroller, old hiker. Occupations let me turn resources into food. Dentist, glassblower, kind of yeoman farmer, and then synergizer is just like a power card that gives me a really good action that I want to do a whole bunch. And then this one, do I take the Stonecutter's Hall here for bonus points at the end of the game? What are the odds that I actually play Fish Hook with all these free... I have all these free cards. Stonecutter's Hall can be like a point ceiling card at the end of the game if I want to set up for that. So let's do that. So first play occupation for me, resource seller, I think. I think that's the card I want to play first. Resource seller into old hiker, into aquavit, and then stroller, dentist, glassblower from there on. Do I need to play Synergizer early? No. No, there's no particular reason for me to play Synergizer at the beginning of the game. Except for the fact that later in the game, the plow and field space becomes much more hotly contested. So I play my resource seller. So if I could get 2 wood with my second action, that would be great. It's very likely because Chris just played Village Druid, and he is in all likelihood going to take 2 clay. 2 clay to build the first fireplace so that he can get the food out of the Village Druid. So I have a very good chance of getting 3 wood with my second action. And then, yep. Excellent. I haven't pushed the Discord in a while, but I've been using it more recently with my friends that I play Minecraft with. So I'll post an invite for the Discord in this in the comments for this video. So maybe if you want to ask me a question directly, like it might be a bit faster way to get to me compared to commenting on the YouTube video, just because I don't always see all the comments, especially if it's a sub comment. It doesn't give me a notification. Interior design here for Hullabaloo. This is another card that lets you turn building resources into food. Paying a second read on Nail Basket, for example, is an option. I think Glassblower is nice because it lets you wait as long as possible, just as long as you've built an oven. Oh, I guess I can't feed with Glassblower until I build an oven. And building an oven is not quite as valuable without Synergizer in play. I think it's probably still fine, but something I need to keep in mind. Like, I could just build the clay oven once I have the resources for it. So Hullabaloo plays Resource Collector, not too surprising. I wonder if Chris took that card that lets you build stables, because he could build the fireplace right now. Nope, Berry Picker, okay. How greedy do I want to be? I could be really greedy and take clay here. Or I could be and give 2 read to someone. You know what? I think that's okay. Yeah, because I can get 2 read from my old hiker still, so. So yeah, second action Aquavit, very likely. Berry Picker for Chris, classic card. E-Deck. So Narrows the start player, probiotic food. That actually lets Narrows steal the 2 clay fireplace if he wants to. Well, I am more than happy to take 3 read here. That works just fine for me. So Let's see what the round 3 action is. It's major minor. I'll be really interested to see if Naros does build the 2-clay fireplace. Or maybe he just didn't like any of the actions that much. Or wants Reedstone food. Maybe he has reason to go for the well really strongly. And so you need a bunch of stone early to do that. There's that fireplace for Chris. Old hiker take a clay. Yeah, there's some good actions here. Yeah, I'll get wood and then I'll get start player. I think that works. I have 2 more occupations that I want to play before the harvest. Stroller and dentist. It's doable. With Aquavit, it's doable. But it's going to be tight, that's for sure. Hello Blue plays Peace Worker. Okay. So yeah, I'm looking at 3 wood and start player or 3 food and start player. Those are kind of my 2 good options. Yeah, Narrow's just grabbing build room resources. Chris grabs wood. Whoops. No, when I do the click and drag, it loses control over what I'm selecting. It's possible that Hullabaloo does start player here. If he does start player, I'll be kind of annoyed. But I mean, 3 food is fine. And saving Aquavit for the round 7 harvest would be okay as well. 3 food, good. So I don't want to put the guest on the start player space because the game doesn't recognize the guest as one of my people. So play Aquavit, 4 food and a begging card. So I have 2 options here. Resource seller on collect resource seller on Reedstone food. Get 4 wood so that I can build a room. So Naros has probiotic food, but he doesn't have enough food in hand at the moment. And I did not see anything that would let him. I'm going to go for the first room. So dentist and stroller will be delayed by, well, that probably means dentist doesn't come out at all. But stroller, in all likelihood, I could still play stroller 1 round later. It would be a little worse, but not that much worse. Like I could play stroller and miss the goods from the first harvest. Dentist, though, well, I don't know. Might still be worth it to play dentist afterwards. So Hullabaloo is going to combine his pieceworker with interior designer, try to build lots of improvements that have costs, and then pay an extra 1. So like he can buy extra resources with his pieceworker, and then use the extra resources that he buys to turn them into 3 food each, because he pays 1 food for them, but then he gets 3 food from them from interior designers. So be interested to see how that plays out. Naros could build a room here. I mean, I wouldn't be really upset if he does. Does build a room. So that's a little greedy. Because, yeah, he means he probably has to day labor second action unless he has some other card that I'm not thinking of. I'm quite happy to play Dentist, though. So, me playing Dentist, that's no problem for me. I could also do Stroller still, but I think Dentist is a bit better card. Because I think I'm going to need food a little bit more than I'm going to need other stuff this game. The Peace Worker certainly puts lots of resources into the game. So maybe he's going to scoop up all the guilds in the well, so then I'm going to want to dump my stone into Stonecutter's Hall, for example. In which case Stroller is not quite as valuable. The other thing to consider is if I play Stroller here, I can get a stone immediately, and then I can get one of the good clay actions for my first action in round 5. That's also an option. But I think it's okay not to do that. I think Dentist is just the right move here. So I feed 3 food and a Dentist, 2 wood total to Dentist. It's not actually my turn. This is kind of, that main board got desynced. So Hullabaloo plays Basket Maker's Workshop. Now, what's really sad for him, did he pay an extra 3 thing? He must have. I didn't see it, but I have to assume that he procced his interior designer. I didn't see what extra resource he paid. I guess I could look at the game log. Hullabaloo. Chris did start player clear cutting, but it didn't register as him being start player for some reason. That's weird. Well, I was right about these amazing clay actions coming around. Six clay I will happily take in round 5. Says I did not. Okay. Oh, I guess he took 3 food traveling players. Right, I forgot about that. He's doing start player timetable. Oh, where's guest room? No one's playing towards guest room right now, are they? Chris, I guess. Chris is probably the one, I would think. Or... does the interior designer have it? Is he going to try to pay an extra... oh, it's offset. I forgot about that. Zoom in. whenever you play another improvement. So yeah, he could probably do that. He could use the timetable for a wood, pay 3 wood and timetable for a wood and a reed to then build the guest room. Get pay an extra resource, which is a reed, to get another 3 food, and then get a six food guest room. Yeah, that looks like that would work. I could block it by going on major minor here if I wanted to. I could major minor stone exchange actually, and that would not be a terrible action for me. Or overgrown pond. Overgrown pond would be fine too. I think I like stone exchange because it gets me really close to. I can build the well. Well, not the well probably, but I could build. There's some cool stuff I could build. Okay, I think I like this. I think I like this better than reedstone food. I do need to collect more wood, so yeah, let's do overgrown pond here. 1 wood and 1 food on the next 4 round spaces. Wood, food, wood, food. I might have just created a situation where he's going to start player guest room again next turn. What? How do you play an improvement? Oh, is he playing the occupation and he didn't bother announcing the occupation? Cactus farmer, there it is. Okay, yeah, so he does have it. But not... He didn't announce cactus farmer. There we go. So that's why. Okay, so there's refrigerator. So we should expect him to say, does refrigerator give food? It does give food. Yeah. So he does have. I would guess he's playing guest room with cactus farmer on major minor next turn. And then he's gonna have space to hold a breeding pair of animals. Yeah. And he did convert an extra clay there. Alright. The nice thing about this, there's no pressure on me to build a room. None whatsoever. Because like I said, pretty sure Hullabaloo is playing guest room. Naros has got his room built. Doesn't have enough food to build it, or wood to build another room, although he might correct that here. Although he does need food as well, so he does need to be conscious about that. And then we've got Chris wanting to grab the sheep. I wonder if I should reno instead of building a wood room. I could reedstone food first action, second action reno plus clay oven, or reno plus stone oven. No, reedstone food isn't enough for stone oven. It'd be clay oven. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I'd be left with 6 clay to build a clay room with. Now that would kill all my clay for my glass blower, but it would mean that I can very safely continue to dump into dentist. And hopefully, I'm not sure what the right move is. I think getting the stone is the right move either way. I could also build the well instead of an oven. Building the well is really building the well would be quite good. 2 stone plus a stone. Second action, reno well. Yeah, that looks good. That pretty much will cover my feeding until round 11. Because dentist, twice more, plus the well food. Yeah, I'm going to be covered on food. Especially because I already have 4 food in my hand. So maybe glassblower comes out in round 13 or round 11. But there's no, like, pressure to play it. Here we go. Guest room. No surprise. So he's using the interior designer plus the piecework. It came out a little later than I was maybe expecting it to, but then he just drafted stuff that made it easier to play the guest room, which makes a lot of sense. We still haven't seen his first pick occupation yet. Yeah, so he has a guest for the rest of the game. And he converts a wood. Nice! Taking a wood and a read from the timetable. Oh, he's doing it on Reno. What? Okay. Oh, refrigerator. He's going for the 2 points from refrigerator. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Chris doesn't have any read yet, so I have no idea what Chris is doing. I'm assuming Chris has something like benefactor or cat lover. I'm guessing he did. He might have first picked cat lover. Chris grabs all those sheep. Yeah, what do I do here? I thought I was gonna reno, but I guess I'm not renovating. I mean, build a room is totally safe next round. So I think I just take 3 wood to prevent a 6 wood grab. Yeah, because my build a room action is totally safe. First action, no one else can jump me on it. Unless Hullabaloo has like Farm Steward or something. If they have Farm Steward, then they can jump me, of course. But I mean, Chris is a 2 read action away, and he would have to take the 2 read to force me to build a room. So like I might be able to second action build a room here, which would be pretty silly. Narrows builds a stone oven. Oh, probiotic food, of course. And turns 2 reed into 2 grain. Nice! I like that. Using the probiotic food to make the stone oven cost more guaranteed to power your popcorn. There's been a ton of reed available. Piece worker plus resource collector plus resource seller, putting a ton of extra reed into the game. And Chris totally ignoring reed for some reason. I'm sure he has a good reason, but I haven't seen it yet. So I want to make sure I do get that clay oven for a glass. Well, yeah, I think I want the clay oven for glass blower. So this is an excellent spot. I'm not going to need to use a single start player action to guarantee myself second growth. Well, really it's third growth with the guest room, but who counts that? Alright, so I could stroller here, or I could, well, if 4 wood comes around, I'll 4 wood definitely. If 4 wood doesn't come around, I think I might reno well. Yeah. And then I can definitely be looking at building a clay room with all this clay that I have in my hand. Yeah. And especially because I don't think I need to build a fireplace or a cooking hearth. I think dentist, plus all the food that I have. Yeah. Well, I can still decide. Like, it might be better to just dentist plus stonecutter hall. That might be my play. Chris plays football player. All right, setting himself up for that fences action, kicking it forward. Wow, yeah. Am I gonna pass on 4 wood? Nope. 4 wood is excellent. Definitely not gonna pass on that. So, dent to feed to wood to dent. Like, that's an excellent round 7. 4 wood and build room to set up a round 8 grow. Excellent. Excellent. Round 7. So I'm doing well. I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. Keep taking efficient actions when they're available. Allow what's available to dictate what I play. Blue is thinking. Yeah, overgrown pond is quite a nice action. 2 wood, 2 food. Those are like 2 of the most important resources in the early game. And they're often resources that you're lacking on if you've played a lot of occupations. So me having played 3 occupations, I definitely was hurting there, but then I just play a card like Overgrown Pond, and it does a lot to alleviate that. 3 wood into Reno Joinery here from Hullabaloo. Huh, interesting. I mean, he gets the resources from he gets the points from Refrigerator, which is definitely nice. And he has 3 actions, which is huge. We'll see. We'll see how this goes for him. If we all build lots of rooms and family growth a lot, we might not contest that hard for family growth even without room, in which case this might be a really nice game for Hullabaloo. But what I don't like is that he, without building any wood rooms, has 0 wood on his farm. Normally one of the big advantages of staying on 2 rooms is that you save a bunch of wood, you can get that wood, then you can build your fences way earlier than everyone else can, and then hold a bunch of animals and get a bunch of points from breeding animals. But he's not in a position to do that, especially with Nero's first move grabbing that 4 wood there. Signaling pretty hard that he's going to go for those resources. Chris builds a room, forcing me to first action family growth, which is fine. Do I park cemetery here? Or do I stone exchange? I think let's park cemetery. My feeding is all set up. I'm pretty interested in starting to plow. Like next round, playing Synergizer into plow will be like a pretty good sequence for me. Just pulling up my email. I'm getting a lot of spam. I need to unsubscribe from a bunch of mailing lists that I signed up to. Oh, manservant, that's nice. Yeah, that's right. I passed that card. Nice. I actually passed him all the cards he's played so far. Still haven't seen his first pick occupation. Don't think it can be Braggart because we're playing with a ban list that bans Braggart. Chamberlain is probably banned because people like to whinge about Chamberlain. I mean, Chamberlain is so strong in some situations, but I don't find it. I don't think it's like game-breakingly strong. But maybe that's because I don't play with it all that well. I like to play too many occupations for Chamberlain. So my second action could be, okay, Chris plows, that's fine. Wow. I could take clay. There are 2 5-food actions, which is absolutely ridiculous. I think what I do here is I just Reno. Reno well. Okay, so I have enough wood for the food for the next harvest already because 3 food from my dentist plus 3 food in my supply. That's enough there. I have 2 food on the board which can pay for me playing Synergizer next round. And then round 10, I'm going to have picked up another 2 food, so I'll have a minimum 2 food in my supply. Plus my dentist will be at 4 at that point, so that's another 6 food, assuming I don't play an occupation, which I may choose to do so. So yeah, my next 2 harvests are already taken care of, which is really nice. Hullabaloo plays start player Quarry. Whoa. Whoa. That is a first pick. That is a first pick. Holy. Oh, Chris is going to be pretty salty. That is quite the first pick. So does manservant work here? It's not too. It's place, right? Once you've done it. Oh, whoops! I forgot. I need to account for the offset. Yep. When you build a stone house, absolutely. And actually, it might trigger again. If he goes to stone house again, he can probably trigger manservant again, because it says when you build a stone house. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's really strong. Really strong. So he's getting up to 4 people in 3 rounds. The first 3 rounds that family growth is available. A very good position to be in. But I still like our start. I think we're doing well. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye on chat. So if you're watching this live on Twitch, say hello. Ask me questions if there's something you're not sure about or cards that you need highlighted. Please feel free to point them out. Whoa, okay, Chris is not sad anymore. Oh, excuse me. I tried to mute my thing in time, but I didn't click quite on it. Chris plays Late Bloomer, which lets in family growth. It's pretty nice. Okay. What am I doing here? 3 stone for stone oven, or 3 stone for clay oven. Naros might want to build the clay oven. He might want to reno clay oven, popcorn. 6 food. 6 food is pretty excellent. Although, who wants the food? Hullabaloo does, but nobody else. 4 clay triggers my thing. 2 clay, which lets me build another room. I'm going to be greedy and let the clay go up once more. So 3 stone here. No, you know what? Let's play my Synergizer. Let's get that out of here. So then last action is either plow field plus Synergizer or 3 stone or 6 food, any of which would be excellent actions. Could also be start player into 6 wood. Although I'm pretty sure Hullabaloo is taking 3 wood with this action. Takes the sheep. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. He's got room for him. Wonder if that means he's gonna build another miner on a major spot and get a free stable. Narrows with the 3 stone. Yeah, he might definitely be building clay oven. So if he builds clay oven, I'll have to pivot and maybe Stonecutter's Hall. But Stonecutter's Hall with clay is totally fine for me. I have Stone Exchange. Yeah. I can make that work, definitely. Whoops. Field and a stone and grain next round. Well, that grain actually gives me really good incentive to build the clay oven. Although I think I'd still rather sow it the first couple grain rather than bake them. Because if I'm putting goods on future spaces, I will be interested in doing sow bake actions. Oh, now it just does build the clay oven. Okay. Well, that means my glass blower is a little sad, but it's fine. Just means I'm going to dump a little extra wood into Dentist. And I mean, there's 6 food fishing, 6 food traveling players available. There is plenty of food on the board. How greedy would it be for me to let the reed accumulate? Is Chris going to take 3 reed? He might. Yeah, he might just take the 3 reed and build. Now Hullabaloo is going to be able to grow round 10 before anybody else does. Okay, Chris isn't built. With that, he's not building anymore. Not with 0 wood. So yeah, definitely letting the reed accumulate. So I'll grab fishing. Feed 6. I get 3 food from my dentist. I'll put another wood onto the dentist. So yeah, I'm going into round 10 with 6 food on my farm. I think my feeding should be pretty good. So 6 food plus 4 food twice. So I have 14 food, which is enough to feed a 6 food and then an 8 food family without any of the well food that I have on the board. So yeah, my feeding for the rest of the game is quite good. So 4 wood if it comes to me. Otherwise, I think I'm plow. Oh, there is the reed. I forgot about it. I wanted to take the reed. Narrows, Hullabaloo likes the reed for his basket maker's workshop, but will he take it with his next action? Not sure about that. Chris plays raspberry, so he is almost certainly going to plow with his next move. Wow, there's a lot of moves that I want. I want 3 reed, I want 4 wood. With Yeoman Farmer, I think it's okay to go for the big house. I don't get hurt quite as badly if I don't have animals at the end of the game. Hullabaloo with the self-pasture. So that's going to let him breed boar now. I'm pretty sure Chris is going to respond by taking 2 boar. But yeah, this is quite nice. This is quite nice. The fact that he normally playing a lot of minor improvements would slow your food production, but he actually set himself up so that he gets food when he plays minors. So this is quite nice. I like this. Animal Welfare from Narrows. Holy, haven't seen this card played in ages. Yeah, the 2 boar, unsurprisingly. So I think I can take 4 wood or I can plow. Let's plow. And then I can discard and get another field. Yeah. And then my last move, build a clay room or take wood. Hullabaloo gets 4 wood with his 3rd action. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then Narrows plays Hedgekeeper. So that's one of the reasons there's so much extra wood in this game. So much extra wood. Heretic, putting in like 5 or 6 wood. Hedgekeeper gonna put in a bunch of extra wood. Interesting game. I think I don't take wood because if Narrows doesn't take one of the 2 wood actions, and there's a pretty reasonable, then I'm going to get 4 wood next round. So let's do this. Clay room. The ale basket would be a fine move. Yeah. Let me start getting ways to hold animals a bit faster. I can't play grain market quite yet. What did Hellblade do with his last move? Oh, he had his family growth action, of course. So yeah, that means I get 4 wood instead of 3 wood. Assuming Chris takes 6 wood. Which he doesn't. Oh, man. Well, he has late bloomer. So I think there's actually a reasonable chance that Chris lets me grow here. Yeah, I'm gonna let the benefactor go ahead of me. I did predict that. I'm happy to say I did see that coming. So 6 wood. That's fine. I don't even mind it because I can now set myself up for maybe a stone exchange, which would get me an extra stone here. Although, do I really need those? Do I need another clay action is the important question. Clay action would get me the pottery, which would be nice. But am I building pottery and Stonecutter's Hall and renovating to stone? Probably not. So is pottery better than Stonecutter's Hall? Yeah, it is, I would say. Because clay's easier to get than stone. Oh, here's the benefactor. So yeah, he turns one of his animals into a wood room. And he has leftovers. Makes total sense. Oh, he did. Benefactor gave him an animal, I assume. So 4 wood, I think. Pay to sheep. Okay. 4 wood looks good. Narrow start player. No miner. Well, that's not good. If Narrows is going to start player no miner a bunch, that's really bad for me. I think my last move is probably sowing. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I could fence 15. I could fence 15. Narrows is setting himself up to build to reno pottery with those resources that he has. I mean, I like Stonecutter's Hall. I think it's fine. I'm also fine with just playing Stone Exchange on my last family growth, and then that gives me 4 stone, 1 reed, which is enough to reno to a stone house. Stone house plus the well plus a very pretty farm. That's tons of points there. And I will have a very pretty farm, especially if I fence here. I will have a very pretty farm. Yeah, renovating or sowing grain here. It would. I guess it all depends on whether I'm going to get plow 1 field next round or not. If I get plow 1 field, then would I do that first action? But you know what? Although Narrows, he's going to be taking animals as well. Narrows is going to take animals. Chris is going to take animals. Plow sow might come to me. Okay, that's fence. defense 15. Went to dentist. I get paid 4 food, dentist plus 2 food. So now, remaining 2 harvests, I get 10 food from dentist. I have 16 on my farm already. I need to pay back 3 from my begging card, so if I grow round 12, I'm going to need 8, 8, and another 3. I have 2 coming in from my well, so I would only need 1 more food in total. So like converting 1 from my pottery, for example, if I build pottery. Oh, wow. That's really sad for me. So Narrows doesn't have pottery, he has Stonehouse extension. Chris says, I guess I could have hit late bloomer again. So that's fun. So we've had some Stonehouse shenanigans in this game. Heretic plus Stonehouse extension in the same game. It's surprising that we have so much stone, considering all the stone miners, stone improvements are gone except for the pottery. But I'm totally fine with where this game is going. I have a very good setup. I'm going to have a lot of points. Hullabaloo needs a ton of food, or a ton of wood. Although his self-pasture helps him not have to deal with that quite so much. Does let him hold animals before he's fenced. Narrows, I'm not worried about Narrows. Narrows is doing well. He has Hedgekeeper. Yeah. Just don't think Narrows has enough actions. So he needs to family growth ahead of me. Chris says, I didn't see Stonehouse extension. Yeah, I didn't either, but I actually thought that we might see Narrows start player because he is in a good spot for Plauso and FG. Hullabaloo takes the 2 cattle. Narrow says, if family growth wasn't round 7, I could destroy this game. I mean, he's in a good spot, but he needs a lot of plows. So Chris is pretty happy. He's getting, he gets family growth, even without room. So I think I take 2 boar here because there's a pretty good chance that 3 sheep comes back as well. So then my round here is 2 boar, 3 sheep family growth, which is quite a nice round. Yeah, it would just be a lot of points. A lot of points. Yeah, my action quality has been very high this game. Extremely high. like my number of resources per action is extremely high, which is nice. Good spot to be in. I could go for pottery and stonehouse. No one else has more than one stone right now, so they can't build the pottery. Or more than one clay, sorry. So they can't build the pottery without clay, of course. So I would like plow. Plow also would, coming back to me, would be really good too. Though I think Chris is plowing here, especially because it pays his raspberries. Is start player just gonna stay in Hullabaloo's hands? Like that would be pretty annoying, because he's start played a bunch this game with no miners. I've been a little unlucky with the fact that I set fourth away from him. It's helped Naros and Chris jump me in turn order for sure. That's fine. 3 sheep are cool. 4-point action. The last move, I could start player. I wouldn't mind plow sow. Hullabaloo is start player, no miner. That's so irritating. Oh, that sucks for me. I guess that's what happens when you pass guest room. You give the person after you a ton of extra actions early. Does Synergizer work on the plow sow space? No, just plow one field. I could take vegetable. Or I could pottery here. If I build the pottery, that means I would probably want a clay action before I family growth next round. So yeah, that doesn't seem that good. So I could just take a vegetable. If I take a vegetable, then just sow bake next round is a pretty nice action. Well, I do have grain market. Grain market, so if I took a grain, then I could play grain market and then turn my 9th grain into a vegetable. Probably just sowing vegetable is fine. Chris needs 4 clay. If I take 4 clay next round, he can't reno. Yeah. Maybe I should do that. Take clay. Then clay, stone, I'm still not sure actually. This is a hard, not sure what the right way to go is. Stonehouse is 4 points, maxed pottery is 5 points. Although maxed pottery requires an extra full action because I have to take the clay to get to the 5 points. If I could do both, that would be dream scenario. If I did build the pottery, I could nail basket instead of stone exchange. So that would be 6 points. So I'd be getting 1 point from my extra full action. And there is a chance that I still could hit something. There's still a chance that I could pottery and reno. Is that doable? if I pottery and reno, it would require me to take clay and take stone. And if I'm going to family growth here, that's all three of my actions. So that doesn't seem that worthwhile. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Chris take 4 clay with his first action anyways. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Narrow's family growth here is family growth here. And then I can... Oh, I'll definitely... You know what? I'll plow field first move. That's way better. Oh, Narrow's thinking about something other than family growth. Okay. I guess he needs plow as well. Might be thinking about start player too. No, he needs start family growth. Leaving it so that Hullabaloo can start player nothing again. Which is an unfortunate spot for me to be in. Chris plows. Okay, so I think I need to punish Chris for that. Pretty sure So Bake is coming back to me. So I think my second action is So Bake, and then my third action is Family Grow Stone Exchange. And I should get Pottery plus Reno. Yeah. I think that works. Hullabaloo Renos. Cool. That's good. I think you might get Manservant again. When you build a stone house. Yep. I'm pretty sure based on the text of Manservant it supports getting another 3 food. Most of these cards, of course, are not designed with a card like Heretic in mind. Heretic. Don't remember how I decided to say that. I want Chris to start player. Come on, Chris, start player. Although if you start players, it's not like I'm getting Plauso anyways. So bake. And last action, family growth, stone exchange. I could do family growth nail basket. If I do family growth nail basket, instead of doing... Okay, pottery is a 4-point action here. 4 points and 2 food. Reno is 4 points plus... Like, Reno fence is not worth any extra points, but Reno Pottery is. Um, hmm. Yeah, Reno pottery is worth quite a bit for me. And as long as that 3 clay doesn't get taken, which the only person likely to take it is Chris. But I think he's going to let it go to 4 and then try to Reno himself next round. I think I can stay. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yes, because now instead of building pottery, what I can do is take 5 stone and then Stonecutter's Hall. Yeah. So 5 food from dentist, another 2 food. Breed. Breed. Yeah. Looks okay. Hullabaloo plays Occupation Chief's grandson. 2-point Chief's grandson. Yeah, he has a ton of points. He has a huge buttload of points. He's got an extra 2 cattle down here on his self-pasture. He just needs, well, I mean, it is possible that he gets blocked out of fencing. If Narrows is not going to start player, but yeah. Chris can't. Chris could block him out of fencing. That would be pretty cool. But it would only be to my benefit. It's unlikely it would be worth it for anyone else to do that. Oh, Chris does do start player. All right. Start player absinthe. All right. Setting up Plowso round 14, I would assume. So then if I take, is 5 stone the best move for me? It'll depend on what Chris does. If Chris does Plowso, 5 stone is probably the best move for me because it guarantees me Reno plus Stonecutter's Hall. And Stonecutter's Hall with a 5 stone action would be, how many points would I get for stone? I would only have 2. Well, I would have 3, so it would be a 3-point action. Stonecutter's Hall would be, compared to Pottery, which would also be 3 points, and both of them I could convert an extra food. Oh, you know what? I forgot to get. I get 1 extra stone. Yeah, okay, so I have 1 extra stone on my farm. Right, okay, so that means Stonecutter's Hall is better, because it's 4 points. 2, and another 2 for having 4 stone. Yeah, Plowso, of course. So I get that. So I could family growth, but everybody else is at max family members, aren't they? Oh, Narrows isn't. It's 3 points. 3 points is good, definitely. 3 points is definitely good. Um, Naros might take 5 stone to build another stone room, but if he does, he's running the risk of getting blocked on fencing. I think I can do this. No, you know what? The problem with this is what happens if Chris takes 4 clay. That's why I need to take stone. Because what happens if Chris takes 4 clay? Then Reno Major is no longer guaranteed. If Reno Major is not Nero says, let's end this torture, please. No luck with the position. And I'm saying, getting second all game with no work is such torture. I mean, round 7 family growth coming out is sad, but he had no pressure on family growth. No one else built. He got to second action grow first in round 7. Like, how ridiculous is that? He's got nothing to. Like, there's no pressure on him at all. So, no complaining. Come on. Chris takes the clay. So I'll respond with this. Looks like I need to pay for this manually. So punished for that late family growth. I need to grow soon for my combo. Now is a useless combo. Animal Welfarist is not strong. Not a strong card. So you done played yourself. Do I have enough food? 8 plus 3 to pay off. Yeah, I'm good. Or sorry, 6 plus 5, 11. 8 plus 3, 11. Yeah, so I have enough to pay off my beggar at the end of the game. So I can take 2-point cattle action, and then my last action is probably worth almost nothing. Was the best card in my hand? Nero says, Welfarist was the best card in my hand. That's definitely not true. Stroller is better than Welfarist, for sure. I guess Narrows hasn't played much recently. Maybe he played a lot when France Tech first came out, and people saw Welfarist and tried to force it a lot. But yeah, it's not that good a card. So I end up with a quite strong farm, but it's not enough to beat. Oh, not as good as I expected. Only 35. Yeah, it's not enough to beat Hullabaloo, of course. I guess I have 2 empty spaces. I do not breed any more points either. Wow. Oh, the beggar, of course. I haven't paid off the beggar yet. So I'm only sitting at 40 right now. So my last action is only worth 1 point. So I only score 41, which is pretty sad. Pretty sad. Especially with the well, 4-room stone house. This should be a better game than it was. But yeah, family growth went nicely, but being last for so long definitely hurt. Let other people jump me in the family growth queue, unfortunately. Now I did choose to get jumped to a certain degree, right? Like taking 6 wood to allow Chris to benefactor grow ahead of me. But I think it's reasonable with Chris having played late bloomer and Naros looking like he's in a good spot to family growth even without room. I think it's reasonable for me to think that Chris might let me grow ahead of him. Although he did first action bloomer, first action benefactor, which is not necessarily an indicator that he was going to let me do that, but oh well. That happens. So dentist pays to remove the beggar. Stonecutter's Hall is worth 4 points. Beggar. Is beggar AR? BEGHE. Yeah, it is. Right? Oh, it just says begging card. It doesn't say beggar. Anyways, 4 points from my Stonecutter's Hall. Last couple of breeding's not worth anything. So whatever I score here, 43 final. So saying he would demolish this game. Okay, so he has manure shoveler, so that's something, but like, come on. I shouldn't make fun. Not everybody has the same understanding of how the game operates, but you should use Maruskak's draft tool. Definitely. Maruskak built a great draft tool that he should be using, and it'll tell him that Animal Welfarist was definitely not the best card in his hand. Yeah, first pick Heretic. I wonder, I'll have to look at that pile, see what else was in it. I'm really curious. Because, yeah. I think, well, Chris probably first pick Benefactor, right? Yeah, so I'm 10 points behind. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, second. I came second at 43, but I'm still 10 points behind Hullabaloo. Like, it wasn't really close. The fact that he got to grow, like, Guest Room is already good in a late family growth game, but then the fact that he comboed his Heretic to jump in the family growth queue as well, that was really good. Really strong by him. Nicely done. Let's look at that. Starting hands. Naros' starting hand. First pick Animal Welfarist over Stroller, over Farm School Graduate, over, well, I mean, I'd probably take Meticulous Man over Animal Welfarist. I'd definitely take Stroller over Welfarist. I might speculatively take Lemon Trader. I might even take Berry Picker. Like, Welfarist was not at all the best card in his hand. And then he first picked Stonehouse Extension. Yeah, first pick Heretic. Nice. And then this was first pick benefactor, yep. And then he got late bloomer passed back around to him. Yeah. I'll have to look at some of the G6 cards, see if I rated them properly. 330780. Synergizer, yep. I didn't get it out. The thing is, I just didn't see any reason to go for it in round one, in stage one. Part of that was because I went and took a bunch of occupations that want to be played in stage one as well. But like magician, no. Late bloomer, maybe late bloomer is a card that goes with synergizer because it's like you focus on crops and then you grow later. So I took stroller here. Farm school graduate, obviously excellent card, but yeah, this was a funny game. There was a bunch of early game cards, there's a bunch of late game cards. Not a lot in between. I don't think this was a good farm school graduate game. Old hiker over cactus farmer power 5. Wow. That's, and great speculator power 4. I knew that was a great card, but cactus farmer being as high as it is right now. Cool. Manure shoveler. Oh, that's the one that gives you crops based on how many animals you have. I took dentist over resource collector. I think that's defensible with stroller and resource seller, but maybe I shouldn't have taken stroller. Maybe I should have taken... I don't know. It's hard for me to say that even though those cards have better power, that they would have been better for me in this game. I took yeoman farmer over resource lender. Yeah, resource lender would have been too slow. So I took Aquavit at power 2.8. Now what's interesting is Aquavit is taken around 5th place normally. And it's got a 2.8 power. That means it's ridiculously undervalued. That means it might actually be a stronger card. Well, no, okay. So if you raise the draft position, then you should lower the power. So it's not actually stronger than Guest Room. But it means it's really strong for where it is. Yeah, I think it's a better card than Claypath. Again, 4 food loan on a minor space. Really good. Overgrown pond, okay. Looks good. Nail basket over meadow and fishhook, yeah. Meadow would have been really good for Naros, actually, or for Hullabaloo. With his stable play. But he took timetable. Yeah. Anyways. That's going to be all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this little video. I'll stream again tomorrow. Definitely. Yeah. I'll stream it sometime tomorrow, as long as the site's reasonably active. I need to go eat something now, so I'm not really feeling like doing another one right now. But yeah, I'll stream tomorrow. Probably won't stream too much next week, though. Next weekend, definitely not, because we're going to be gone. Nathan and I are at our friend's wedding. We're both in the wedding party, so we're going to be gone for the weekend. So probably, yeah, tomorrow, but then after tomorrow, probably not too much for the next 2 weeks. Not that I'm super regular with my stream anyways, but trying to be more regular. Especially because I have a Twitch sub now, so, you know, got to take care of business. But yes, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.